What would you like to ask?
Just want to ask you about we got last few days, just your thoughts on whether you think you've gotten enough done or whether or not it's been sort of a little bit too toxic to get what you wanted done.
No, I think we've had a super productive agenda. Tons of stuff through the House, including my water bill, which finally got to committee. Would have loved that to move a little faster, but we saw lots of delays. And actually, every delay that we see from the opposition, the Conservative Party, means that other bills like the water legislation get delayed as well, because as you know, there's a certain number of hours that legislation must be debated. Nonetheless, for me, that's very exciting. The bill is at the committee and being studied. There's tons of great witnesses, and tomorrow, fingers crossed, the National Chief and a number of other witnesses will be speaking to the water legislation and its strengths and things they wish to see amended. So looking forward to that.
And then I guess just for the summer, I know don't want to start thinking about September already, but the focus for the summer before we get back, what's that going to be for you?
Well, a few different things. There's 634 First Nations in Canada, so that's First Nations that Indigenous Services Canada supports. There's other self-governing First Nations as well. So I'll be traveling to visit with communities, celebrating some of their accomplishments. We've got a ton of new schools, new infrastructure, all kinds of different programs that are running across the country that First Nations are leading, and obviously Inuit are doing some fantastic things too, so I hope I'll get up north. Finally, I'll spend some time in my own riding with constituents of Thunder Bay Superior North and take a little bit of time for some family things.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Are you comfortable with where things have been left at in terms of the foreign interference debate? I mean, we're about to recess for the summer, and basically nobody will know which MPs may have been involved in foreign interference. It's just going to leave this pall hanging over everyone.
Well, I'm actually comfortable with, the advice of experts that are guiding the government through this process in a way that makes sure that we're taking foreign interference seriously. It would be great if the member opposite the Leader of the Opposition agreed to a security clearance so that he too could read the report. Thank you.
Mr. Boissonnault's business associates committee at some point?
So today the committee passed a motion to have Ms. Poon and Mr. Anderson testify at the Ethics Committee during the third week of July. These witnesses are important because Ms. Poon runs the lobbying firm that Mr. Boissonnault was receiving payments from while he was serving as a cabinet minister. Mr. Anderson, of course, is important for the committee to hear from because he's running GHI, which is the firm that is implicated in news reports with this $500,000 payment. It's the subject of litigation. Someone named Randy was involved in that conversation, invoked as a partner. We know that Liberal Minister Randy Boissonnault has a 50% stake in that company through a Alberta numbered company that he wholly owns. So we're expecting that these witnesses, of course, are going to respond to the request to appear. They both indicated they weren't available this week, which is when they were asked to appear, and said that they'd be available in July. So the committee is going to come back in July to hear from them. Now, should the witnesses, not take that invitation, they'll have to be summoned to appear because this will be the second time that they haven't made good on the need to appear. I'll also note that the committee did order phone records from Minister Boissonnault and from Mr. Anderson, and it's for phone calls and text messages and instant messaging platforms. And we have yet to receive either sets. I understand that the minister has said that he'll come good on it today, which is the deadline, but we'll have to see from Mr. Anderson what the status of those requests are.
Just on your private members bill, why was this something you wanted to bring forward, and do you think it'll pass?
Look, this bill, penalties for perjury, is very timely in the context of what we've seen after 9 years of Justin Trudeau and this NDP Liberal government. We had the $60 million Arrive scam. We had witnesses come before committee who lied, who prevaricated, who were ultimately found in contempt of Parliament, and witnesses don't take seriously the authority of Canada's Parliament, and they have to. We need to be able to get accurate, complete information from witnesses who appear before Parliament, and there needs to be real consequences for people who don't take that seriously. So, of course, Mr. Firth, he was found in contempt. We know that he lied before committee. We know that he didn't provide fulsome answers. And what was the consequence for that? Well, he was admonished by the Speaker. Under the Penalties for Perjury Act, Parliament can levy fines of up to $50,000 for contempt, and of course, for perjury before a House of Parliament, a mandatory minimum penalty of 6 months in jail for perjury. Opposition MPs, the official opposition, Common Sense Conservatives, are supporting this bill because it's important. The erosion that we've seen in Canadians' confidence in their democratic institutions. This is to help restore it. But I'm going to implore the backbenches of all parties, including the Liberal Party, to help put the shine back on this vital institution. Canada was known as a beacon of democracy around the world, and we need to make sure that that after 9 years of corruption and scandal, that Canadians know that they can trust Canada's Parliament, and that's why I'm calling on members from all parties to support this important bill. Thank you so much.